Hi guys, I'm Jessie of Crochet by Jessie and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be one of the final videos of this year's Christmas crochet along. This video is going to be showing you guys how I plan to assemble my project, as well as an alternative way which I also think will look really nice. By this stage you may have a load of different swatches as I do, and you need to start to think of how to put them together. So this video is just going to be a few tips showing you how I'm doing it, how you could do it, or to be honest you can assemble it in whatever way you'd like. I've just had a few people ask how I intend to do so I just wanted to give you guys some tips. I cannot believe that this cal is coming to an end. It has gone by so quickly, but I've been really happy with everyone's feedback and just enjoying making the swatches and making a project myself. So let's get into it. Okay guys, here are all of the swatches that I have done so far. You'll see that I've already started to work on these first two swatches that I'm going to use as part of an example for this video. This video is going to be pretty basic overall. I just want to show you guys two different ways. So I'm going to do the way that I'm definitely going to do to assemble this project, and then I'm also going to show you an alternative way and just show you the basics of it so you guys can go ahead and do the same thing. So focusing on option number one, you'll see that I've got all of my loose ends woven in. So it is a little bit messy. I still need to do the final tidying up of my overall project, but I wanted to make a start and just show you guys what it's going to look like. I actually really enjoyed the side details for these swatches. I don't know why, but I just thought they looked really nice with it. Maybe it's the slight patchwork effect, I'm guessing. So what I did is really basic. I started already with this swatch, so I'll show you guys how I did it, but it's just a really basic weaving your loose ends in, and then I'm going to show you how I plan to start to assemble my project. So here is the back of my candy cane swatch. You'll have seen that already the red and the white loose ends, lost the word for a second, but the red and the white yarn has been completely woven in already. So it's just the green that's left on either side. So what I do, all I do for this is I get a crochet hook. I get to feature my Christmas one because it's finally arrived, but I've got my gonk crochet hook. And all you do is you literally just work into the back of the stitch. So I'm just going back and forth, and I just keep doing this the entire process. So you just keep doing this until you get it to a pretty short length. I also stretch my swatch a little bit just to make sure it looks okay. So you'll see that entirety of the green, it's for the most part, it's gone now. So you're obviously going to have to snip some of the shorter ends like I've left here. And once you've done, you're essentially going to have it looking like this. I've still got to tidy up a little bit, but this is it essentially finished. And then what we're going to do now is I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to join it together using these two swatches just to show you the basics of it. Okay guys, I've got my white yarn which I'm going to be using just to join these swatches together. I've got my crochet hook again, and honestly all I'm going to do, you always work on the outside of your project or behind your project. So imagine these two joined together. I'm going to close it like this. We're going to work along the top, and I am just going to single crochet them together. So I'm just going to go into the first stitch, have a little fiddle to do that first of all. And I think what's quite nice is I'm going to be doing it fairly basic and kind of fairly rough, to be honest, just because I feel like that will add to the patchwork effect a little bit more. So this is how I start. I go straight into the two stitches, I chain just to kind of join the yarn to the project. And then I'm going to do a single crochet, and then I'll also just make sure that I'm actually including that loose end, so I'm kind of weaving it in as I go along with the stitches. So that's the first one done. I'm going to go into the second space, so it's my white space, and then I'm going to go into the second space here, which is the brown yarn, make sure I've got my loose end caught up in again, and then I'll do another single crochet. And I'm just going to keep doing that this entire time. I'm having a little moment but I'm just going to keep repeating this process. And it's just going to be again and again and again as you're going along your entire project. It can be a little bit fiddly, but honestly it's really not that bad. So that's what I've done so far. I've done my first 4 stitches, and this is how it is currently looking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little video. I'm going to speed it up, and then I'm going to show you when I'm done how it looks like when it's attached the whole way down. Okay guys, so I've done my single crochet going on all along here. You'll see the swatches don't match up size wise, that's absolutely fine. I've just gone up until the shortest end finishes, and this is what it looks like on the other side. Being completely honest, I actually did not realise that it would look quite this good. I'm really pleased with it. It makes sense because you are kind of creating a zigzag effect because the row of white staggers on both of them, but this is how it's looking. What I'm going to do myself with this project is the sections here that say, let's say that are too small to have another swatch line up, I'm just going to add a row or two of half double crochet or double crochet. For this case, I'll do it in the green or in the white. We'll see what I fancy, just to make the overall shape more equal and balanced. And then it will be easier to attach some other swatches in the future. But this is the first way that you can do it. This is the way that I'm going to do it. And I do think that it will work out a little bit quicker and a little bit less chunky, but I'm still going to show you the envelope stitch that you can do as well. Okay guys, for the envelope stitch, I'm going to be using this swatch that I've already done, my Snowflake, one of my personal favorites. So I've got the white yarn again that I'm going to be using, but what's slightly different is we're going to be doing a border first because I've still got all of my loose ends that I haven't woven. So what we're going to do, when you start it off, you'll obviously notice you've got your front and your back loop. You guys are going to be very familiar with that now because most of mosaic crochet is to do with the front and back loops of our work. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off and we're going to work into the front loop only. So I'm going to join that first single crochet that you've got on the side. I'm going to do my little join chain that I always do, and then you're going to do a half double crochet into that first stitch. You're then going to do the same thing, so a half double crochet into every stitch, but you're only going to be going into the front loop. You're going to do this the entirety of the swatch, so you do this all the way around, all four sides, and I'll explain why in a second. But essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trapping the loose ends. I'm going to show you how you do that. This is a really good way of having to avoid having to to weave in all of those loose ends, because I know that that can be a bugbear for some people, and usually it is for me, but for this project I just decided that I didn't fancy doing this border slash way of joining it. So I'm just going to do a few more of these half double crochet along this top side, and then I'm going to show you guys the next step of doing this border stitch. Okay guys, this is how it looks. For the purpose of this video, imagine it's gone all the way around. So what you're going to do is you've only worked into the front loop. You're going to flip it round and you've still got the entirety of the back loop. That's absolutely fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab your yarn, you're going to go into the back loop this time. You're going to attach and join the exact same way that you had done beforehand. So I'm just going to have a little fiddle and then do the same myself. So I do my chain, I do my half double crochet. That's fine. What we're going to do after this is we're going to continue doing half double crochet, going along the back loop, basically mirroring the section that we did, which goes into the front loop only. And this in itself, it really isn't that difficult to do, to be honest. You're just doing 2 rows of half double crochet. You just need to make sure that you don't go into both loops at any stage, because when you come around to do the second round, it will look a little bit more confusing. So just going to keep doing that. Nearly done already. And I'm just going to finish my last stitches. I think I've got 2 left. It can be a little bit fiddly at times, but it is worth it because it does actually look really good at the end. Okay, so I've done that. I'm going to do my chain, I'm going to cut my yarn and pull through. Okay guys, so we've got the front loop half double crochet and the back loop half double crochet. So you'll see this is how it looks when you hold them up against each other. And the idea with the envelope stitch, you're basically enveloping the loose ends. So what you do is you go along the top of the first stitch on either side, and just picture you're going along down the sides here. So you've got your loose ends in the middle, so they'd all be down here. And essentially what you're doing is you're going to be closing this up. So I've joined, I'm going to do a single crochet into both of the stitches to join it together like that. So you can imagine all of the loose ends are just being tucked away into this. So it's going to give a really nice illusion. I'm saying all about the loose ends and then I'm having a little moment myself, but usually it's not as faffy as I'm doing. So you're just going to keep doing this process. So you've got each side, you've got this top detailing, which is going to close all of the loose ends into it. So you're going to have a really, really clean project. So I'm just going to continue to do what I've been doing. So we're going to do another single crochet. We're going to keep the work all in here. There we are. And you'll just see it's looking really, really neat. I will say I do absolutely love doing this border for certain mosaic projects. I've done it for some of my blankets, I've done it for bags. I think it really does look lovely. So this is how it looks. I will say, thankfully, because of the yarn I'm using, because I've just been using double knit acrylic yarn, it's really not too thick either. And it leaves a really nice pretty border. So you could do the same thing for all of your swatches. And then I'd recommend, once you've done that, just joining them together by either sewing, if that's how you like to join things together, or you can do similar to what I did with this project, and you can single crochet it together, but you can single crochet it together after you've done the envelope stitch border around it. So you can have two very different looking projects. I feel like this one's probably a bit more patchworky for me. That's how I pictured it initially. But if you want to go for a slightly more sleek and clean finish, then I think this would look really, really, really nice. On that note, as you can see, I still have a bunch of swatches that I need to sort out and I need to start to attach so they look like this. So I've got my work cut out for me. I need to get this project all done before Christmas. But yeah, guys, let me know which border you choose to do. I'd be really intrigued. Okay guys, so we have gone through the two options that I have provided for how to attach your whole project. We've got the first option that I'm definitely doing, which is weaving in all of your loose ends and then attaching with single crochet at the back. I think it's got a really nice patchwork effect, so for me it's perfect for this project. We've also got the envelope border stitch, which is such a clean way to finish this project, and the fact that it hides all of the loose ends is just perfect to me. So I love this specific border. I've done this loads myself, but for me I just wanted a slightly different effect. But hopefully you guys enjoy both of these options, either of these options, or if you wanted to just do something completely different, then go for it. I just wanted to provide the people that had been asking about how to attach it a little video just explaining the two ways that I know that I would probably do it. I cannot believe that this crochet along is coming to an end. It's crazy. I've absolutely enjoyed this so much. It's been such a fun cow to do, and I'm definitely going to be doing so many more in the future because I feel like it's literally got me hooked. I absolutely love it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for taking part in this crochet along, and if you'd like to see more content like this, then please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell to be notified when my next video is up. Thank you guys for watching.